Welcome to today's video. We're going to be taking a look at how to master Downhill Jam. Downhill Jam is one of the trickiest levels to master on Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2. It's the Marmite of the franchise. You either love it or you hate it. But today's video we're going to be looking at every goal, how you can link them together all in one run and really make a mockery of this level, of how easy it can be. It can be the most difficult level at times, but we're going to look at how to master all these tricks individually and link them together and put them into one run. But in this video we hope you'll be able to do this within 2 minutes and master that speedrun on Downhill Jam. So globally managed to rank number 8 in the world for all the goals in one run in the speedrun mode. So I hope to share some of these tricks, tips on how you can incorporate them into your own gameplay. Check out the timestamps for all 10 goals if you want to fly around the different part goals for an individual look at each of the goals. We'll be combining them all together and check out the end for how to combine them into one run. First up is how to find a secret tape on Downhill Jam. In today's video I'm going to show you an alternative way to get a secret tape in Downhill Jam. So we just started this run, we're just heading down the hill just for location reference, and we'll shortly be grinding up the back to get this move started, and it'll all happen very quick, so keep your eyes peeled. So we're grinding straight up here, up the A, we're going to do a spine transfer here in R2, we then grind, stay on here, swivel around, and we're at the secret tape. It's a lot quicker, a lot easier, you can pull it off every time, no guesswork involved, so great for the speed runs. I'm going to show you the more traditional way here, so you can compare them. So on this run again, we'll start from the top and just head down. So this is the way I would have done it on the PlayStation 1 game. It's a lot more fiddly, it involves lining up a few more gaps, and yeah, it's a lot more trickier. I'd always, in a speed run, go up this way, just so you hit the valve at the same time. So we're just going to get the A. So where we would have just gone straight over there and spine transferred, we've now got to go all the way around here. So on a speed run, that's a hell of a difference in terms of time, and it's a lot more trickier. We'd already been there. I will review the other one just to go over, slow it down and give you some tricks. But as you can see, it seems to take a lot more time. Again, just reviewing the more traditional way, had to go all the way around that course. There's a few grinds you've got to line up, you've got to get enough stat points and air speed to get over that gap. Grinding up there obviously makes that transition a lot easier, and then the jump to get the secret tape. So just to recap the new way coming up right now. So just recapping the sick way of doing it, I think it looks a lot more visually appeasing as well. I've slowed down here, so we're spine transferred, hit R2, grinding up here but then hopping off as soon as we hit that straight bit, just so we don't over leap. You can grind that bit there to put you back on track, and then the jump is the same. So let's take a side-by-side look just to get you an idea of how far you could get down the run in comparison to the different methods of getting the secret tape. I still think the new method of spine transferring onto the top of that rail is about 10 times easier. You can see how much quicker it is there. We're still going with the other route, we're not halfway around that course, and then we wouldn't even make it. So in terms of if you're doing a speed run, it's pretty evidently which way you need to go, but also if you're struggling to nail this, it is so much easier. As you can see, it's literally just tapping that R2, that right trigger button if you're on the Xbox, spine transferring on top of the rail, not grinding it too long, jumping off and making sure that you land on the pad. You can grind the end of that pad just to keep on it, and then you swivel around, jump, get the tape. And that's it for Downhill Jam. If you enjoyed that video, please check out my other Tony Hawk's content in the archives. There's loads of Downhill Jam videos, so please subscribe and check out for more. In today's video we're going to be taking a look at how to destroy the 5 valves in Downhill Jam. Downhill Jam is the Marmite of the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater remake. You either love it or you hate it. Keep your eyes peeled because this is valve number 1. Straight on this grind here at the end of the pipe. You can see it came off. We're just going to not go down there. Pause. That's our second valve. They're coming up thick and fast. This one, you're going to have to stay away from the wall. Obviously a wall ride. Again, another grind and it was on there. That's 3 out of 5. Right. Most trickiest one in the whole of the game is coming up. What we're going to do here is just pause, slow our speed down so we don't just fly and shoot straight over that one. That's 4 out of 5. Number 5 is right towards the end of the level. If you needed to get up, if you missed it and went over it, you can just get up. That's the easier way. Obviously a lot slower if you're on a speed run or trying to connect multiple goals into 1 2-minute run downhill jam. That's not going to be the way you choose. And this is the final jam. Very easy to miss, go over, but obviously you got the chance to come back. And that is the 5 bows in downhill jam. More Tony Hawk's content, please check out my videos. There's loads of videos in the archives going through downhill jam, how to get the secret tape and complete all of the goals on level, so please check those out. In today's video we're going to be taking a look at how to airwalk the Hydro Gap in downhill jam, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2. This gap we're going to have to travel all the way to the bottom of the map. As you can see here, that is the Hydro Gap. We hit the Madonna, we hit the wrong grab trick, but as soon as we hit an airwalk, that is the gap we need to clear, and that will unlock the goal. There you go, that is the objective complete. So to do an airwalk you need to press downwards directional right plus the B or circle button depending on what console you are. That will perform the airwalk grab trick. You see you're going to need quite a lot of speed to hit that Hydro air gap. The trick is to get the special meter. Special meter will up your speed stats and make this an awful lot easier. As you can see, if we attempt this without the special meter, a lot tougher on clearing the gap. That was very tight. So if you want to hit this every time, get the special bar and remember the grab trick. In today's video we're going to be taking a look at how to collect the 5 hard hats in downhill jam. We're back with another collectibles video today. We'll be on the Marmite level of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2. So as you can see, this is the first hard hat. Continue down the map towards the next one. Hitting the Madonna over the huge hazard water gap. Please check out the archives if you would like a video tutorial on that one. And this is the second hard hat coming up. The third very shortly. Easy to fall down there, but not to worry, just reset. We're coming up, the fourth one is just at this little detour. If you directly go up against the rust, you'll make sure you hit the hard hat. The fifth and final one right at the end of the downhill jam run, just coming off here and we're at the finish line for the reset. And that is how you collect the 5 hard hats on downhill jam. For more Tony Hawk's videos, please subscribe and check out the archives. In today's video we're going to be taking a look at 2 ways we can Madonna the huge hazard water gap in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2. Definitely one of the hardest tricks to pull off in the game, but there's some tricks we can do too. We can land this every time, as long as we hit the right grab trick of course. So to land every time, what we're going to do is use the grinder pipe, Madonna, and then grind on the other pipe. That will activate the big hazard gap and it'll help you land it every single time. Madonna is one of the trickiest grab tricks to land on the game, just due to the rotation, the animation and not knowing exactly where the ball is going to land, so very easy one to fail. And that's how you land it every single time, so great for your speed runs and when you're trying to hit all your goals in sequence. If you're just trying to reset the jump so you don't actually activate it or you bail just like this one, all you need to do is drop back into water and it will reset you in the right position. Now option 2 is to go off the ramp. That will give you the big air to get the huge hazard water gap. A lot trickier to land it, as you can see. There'll be a lot more bails than when we're using the grind. It's the beauty of showing you both methods. You can see much trickier to land going off that big ramp, failing around 1 in 2 attempts. So just a 50% land rate. If we need to do this every time, we're going to have to grind on the second rail. I personally find that much easier to do, as you can see by the attempts in this video. It's super easier when you do a different grab trick, as you can kind of judge it of where it is. Obviously judo and Madonnas are where the animated gets messed up and you don't know which way you're going to land. But as you can see, just kissing that rail, grinding the end of that pipe really does make it easier. I think it's also easier to activate the gap. But hopefully you enjoyed this video and found it useful, seeing both different ways you could attempt Madonna in the huge hazard water gap. Hope you enjoyed this video on 2 ways on how to Madonna the huge hazard water gap on downhill jam. For more downhill jam videos, please check out the archives. Loads on the secret tapes and how to get all the goals within one run. Please check those out. Today's video we'll be taking a look at how to collect skate on downhill jam. And we're rolling, going down downhill jam. First letter we'll be collecting is the S. On this level they're very much in order of skate. Don't really have a choice in terms of the order, so that's okay. Next up is the A. Check out the video archives for this cheeky little trick in terms of getting the secret tape. Please subscribe and check out all the downhill jam videos we've got on here. Massive help when you're trying to get them all in one run and for those speedrun tips. So check those out. Next letter, we're just lining ourselves up for the T. And we'll finish off on the E. The trick is to line yourself up with the rust to get that. And there we go. That is skate on downhill jam. Please subscribe for more Tony Hawk's content and be sure to check out the archives. To finish off now with a recap of all the goals on downhill jam. In today's video we're going to be downhill jamming 100% of the goals as quick as possible, so we've hit a flying start, one of the hard hats, one of the valves, straight into the Madonna over the huge hazard water gap. Check out my videos for how to do that and land it every single time, some tricks and tips in there. Second valve, hopping straight up to get the A, bloody handstand. So back up, there we go for the secret tape. Again, check out my how-to guide for 2 ways to get the secret tape, which one's quickest. Some hints, some tricks, some things you can take for your own speed runs from there. Hitting one of the most trickiest valves on the run. A little brake to my speed just to make sure we didn't fly over that valve. Another hard hat. An Airwalk the Hydro Gap. An E, have to go back for the Hydro Gap Airwalk. Hitting another valve and then popping back up the top to get the hard hat. So we're just looping round so we don't have to come all the way back down to the bottom of the hill on our second run through. So we're restarting the run now, picking up the last 20,000 points. Hit most of our points off the Madonna over the huge hazard water gap. That's it, done all the valves. Just picking up the last collectibles that we didn't go past on our first original run. Last 2 hazard hats. Just picking up the last one and that'll be the end of our run. So we've landed it, completed it under 1 minute 30, which is a PB for the course. Rank 8 globally of a fucking handstand, so very happy with that. Some small improvements including Airwalk in the Hydro Gap. But check out my archives, there's loads of videos on how to Madonna grab the huge hazard water gap and land it every single time. It's massive improvements to be made to people's speed runs just in terms of consistency. And they've got a video up showing multiple ways on how to hit the secret tape, so check that out and subscribe for more Tony Hawk's content coming daily. Support is very much appreciated, everything helps to produce more content and supports the channel. Thank you to those that have subscribed already, and if you haven't, please hit that button.